Transaction failed. Okay, I've never had that happen before, but I have heard of other streamers who stream this game having disconnect issues. I've been pretty lucky. I don't get them very often. I don't know what I just unlocked there. I'll have to check the VOD for that. Something for Sully. Might have been a suit. This is an avatar, which I apparently already have, so it'll give me coins. Which is kind of nice that it gives you coins. They're good. They're useful. Ooh, my bit rate's not looking great, is it? It's a license plate. That's might have to equip that. Why not? Relax, it's only halftime. From Hades. Hades was added to the game. Ooh, my connection. I lost my internet reset there, didn't it? Sorry if I lost anybody there. Alice White, cool. So yeah, you can do that. I also have that means I'm gonna have to start my spiel over anyways. Maybe when the bitrate improves. It's kind of a bummer actually that that's gonna get split up. But the universal box usually costs coins to open, but right now I have a bunch of tokens, so I can use those. Maybe I'll come back to that. I'm just gonna stream the game for a minute. So I dove deep into that, then my connection reset. I'm gonna have to do it all over again. So let's race instead for a minute. Season tour. I'm gonna skip that for a minute. Season tour isn't going anywhere. We have some new events here. These are important for if you need to get resources. You'll probably need these cans since you won't have any if you're new to the game. And I'm not new to the game, so I don't need these. I'm not going to do this. But have fun doing it. At first, you see how some of these are disappearing. Choose the difficulty. At first, you're gonna have low level racers, so just do the newcomer race and you'll get stuff over time. Don't worry. Don't stress about trying to swing over your level. Like, the game really does make it difficult to get these if you're under leveled. In my opinion. So don't worry about it if you can't get it. You'll be able to unlock items in the starter circuit. This is probably new players should start with the starter circuit. I've finished it. It looked different in the first season. It was like 6 chapters. Just a bunch of bunch of races. They give you, I think, Mickey Mouse to start with, and then they give you Donald Duck. Yeah, Mickey, Donald, and then Goofy. These are the 3 racers you get. Donald, I think, is great. I know some people who are big fans of Mickey, and Goofy's underrated. Goofy's pretty solid. His charge special is good. Donald, I think, is the most fun, personally. Great stats. You can punch people with your cart. That's fun. Season tour. Oh wow, they unlocked chapter 3 already. Okay. And yeah, limited events. So I'm gonna reveal this event. This is the daily coin rush. This is important. Do this to whatever level you can. And I need to win the race and by boosting.
Oh, I'm ready to do some serious racing.
I may as well go over some of the characters now too. This is Randall. He's my main, sort of. Blue is sort of my main as well. Mike Wazowski.
That's Wazowski with a Z.
He used to be an absolute terrorist on the track because he still sort of is, because like he's just very powerful. He can zoop ahead of people with his doors, but they nerfed it a little bit.
Don't worry, I know just what to do.
Jesse, I enjoy quite a bit. Favorite brawler to race as? Not like my favorite character, but Jesse's fun. She's rooting and tooting.
May like to relax, but that
All that
mean
stuff.
I
Blue.
can't be fast.
What is Blue? Blue's awesome. That's what he is.
I've been practicing in Mike's car. Shh, don't tell him.
See, it's good fun.
What are you staring at?
Beast got buffed. He was so hard to race as before these updates.
Always
I've never liked Jack, but they gave, the game gave me a lot of resources for Jack, and so
Discipline.
Shane is also a lot of fun.
I have both.
I mean, he's actually his ability is a little bare bones in a way. Like on the surface, it kind of looks like not super exciting, but it's actually really powerful. His charged makes him invulnerable, and will hurt people. Being invulnerable in this game is pretty
Figure
important.
out an angle. Always do.
Meg. Hello, Meg.
You can't beat Pete.
This is Steamboat Pete.
I'm here to help.
They nerfed Stitch, apparently. He was an absolute little monster last season. Any race you got into with a Stitch in multiplayer was a living hell for everyone. And that was kind of entertaining for a minute because people got mad about it, and I understand I was frustrated at times too, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I think when games are broken, they're kind of funny.
Let's make this quick.
Gontu, I think, is a lot of fun. I'm trying to get him leveled up.
You came to the right space right
And Buzz, I wonder if they nerfed Buzz. Supposedly, like, I don't know. He has this boost, charged boost, that will launch you across the entire track sometimes.
Big doings going on, huh?
Steamboat Mickey, he's pretty powerful. He's probably more powerful than
I
Steamboat
race
Pete.
like I fall, with style.
Or Steamboat Sticky, because he shoots goo. That's like his ability. I'll have to race this him just to prove it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Stay out of my way, see?
I'm gonna win this.
I can do it. I know I can.
I'm gonna win it all.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah, this is the daily coin rush, so it's gonna be an easy race for me because I'm over leveled. See, I told you. Look at what he's doing. He's shooting goop everywhere. I'm doing the charged ability, so it's doing like an area of effect splatter everywhere. But if I do the uncharged, it shoots a goo wheel. And if people run into the goo, then they're done. The race is over. Not quite. It's not quite that bad, but it can be pretty rough because you can hit some of his goo and then hit it again and again. You can just sort of like, get stuck in it.
get a load of this. Look at me, look at me.
So yeah, that race was pretty quiet. The bots were all behind us. But we got coin. I got coins. And I have to do that one twice. Okay. One thing they did change, you used to be able to retry this, like, you used to get 3 retries. And now, you have to come back 4 hours later. if you want to retry it. And in order to get this last one, you have to race twice. So the game is being like, hey, and that's like 5,000 coins that I'm missing out on because that I have to wait 4 hours to come back and do, which I think is kind of a bummer. I mean, it makes it so that people are playing the game maybe more than they would play it just to get the items. Although it is like, what, a 24... Yeah, I have 22 hours. So if I come back in 12 hours and race it again, I think that's the healthy thing to do, is like... if you miss it, whatever, you know, you've got a life to live. But... anyways, I want the tricycle. I need to win as a Lilo and Stitch character.
Awaiting assignment.
I wonder which character it'll choose. Last season, if you were switching a character and then pressed A as soon as the character switched, it wouldn't pick that character. You would just get... Okay, it picked the right one. I thought it wouldn't. They fixed that bug then. That's good. I already forget what the goals were. And if I pause, it doesn't say. One thing I will talk about, if you pause the game, you'll see this RB drive mode. This is like probably what the mobile players might see when they're racing. And you go really slow playing with this. Like, you don't get to drift properly. It's weird. Like, I don't recommend it unless you're just looking to have a game to, like, you know, just vibe to and not really pay attention. Although it blocks your screen with screen prompts, so if you actually want to just zone out, just turn on steering assist, you know? Just let this be a chill game that, like, maybe you go to the game settings and maybe you know, go to audio and volume and you go to the music or maybe even the master volume and you mute it, and then you play some cool music instead of listening to this game. Like, this is one of those games that you can do that with, which is nice. There's some games where, like, you have to have the audio on. I don't, like, there's some fun Disney music to be had here. I can't stream it because copyrighted music, but, you know, if you want to, like, listen to your own music, you should probably do that over listening to the game, because people don't listen to music. I mean, it's hard to find the chance for some of us, right? So I'm not going to do that now, though. I'll do that in future streams. Maybe I'll turn up the in-game music. But yeah, so pause menu, auto acceleration. I recommend turning this on because what I find is that in this game, you're holding R2 the entire match. There's no reason to let go of R2 almost ever, and possibly ever, because it's a kart racing game, you know? You can still brake with auto acceleration on. So, like, if you want to save, if you have arthritic hands like I do, then turn it on, because there's no point. There's no point in holding the R2 button for no reason. You know, just let the game do it for you. It will not slow you down. And yeah, I have steering assist off. I've considered trying putting it on low because there's occasions where, like, I'll be playing as a low handling character and I'll be wall bumping and I'll wonder, you know, I wonder if this actually is like kind of maybe it's a little cheap to activate it, especially if you're playing multiplayer, but it might actually help with that and then not interfere with your, you know, where you want to go on the track. If you set this to high, you won't get to choose where you go on the track. So, okay, I'm gonna keep racing. But, you know, props to Disney for for giving you the option. I mean, I know some people are gonna scoff at those settings, but like, you know, if you want to have a chill time, or like, you know, maybe you work like across the country from where your kid lives and you want to play a game with your kid and you don't really want to like have to learn it. You know, like you just want to spend some time with them or whatever, or maybe you're just doing this with regular friends too, you know, whatever you're doing, set the settings how you like to play. I think you'll see a lot of people who've been racing in this game since it came out who are like avid racers, you know. I'm sort of following that camp a little bit, but like I don't think this game was made for us, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Like some of us just want a game that is just kind of like a vibe, I guess. And you know, like this, it gives me, it's sort of like the Hot Wheels racing game that's on Game Pass. You know, except I think it's better than that game because there's like it's more engaging than the Hot Wheels game. I haven't played the Hot Wheels game yet though, so win the race. I did it. So I got tricycles, which means I might be able to upgrade Gontu. I still haven't seen Lilo and Stitch. I'm not a good Disney fan. I'm not good at that.
If you can dream it, you can do it.
There's some Disney films I've seen and loved,
I'm
but
nobody's antique.
You came to the right space, Ranger.
Let's make this quick.
so I cannot upgrade him. Oh, he needs this. So anytime you're looking at a character and you're like, oh, I can't upgrade him, what do I do? Well, as you can see, I have not enough gloves. So if I need more gloves, I can press Y and it'll show me where I can get them, and it'll try and sell me on like spending currencies first, but looks like I can get it from tier 28 of multiplayer because I've already, I don't know what tier 28 is. I think it's multiplayer. Daily challenge? So that's probably what we're going to do next. I have no idea what this is. The most loyal advisor? That's new. Oh yeah, and this is for the cans though. So I have the cans selected. Energy drink trio. Interesting. So the gloves I can get from these things or whatever. And you can actually press A and it'll take you to like that thing to kind of show you. So that's not bad. Milestone 6? The heck? I'm a little curious. Advertisements? No thank you. Regulated multiplayer, okay. I haven't talked about that yet. But I want to go back to the upgrade screen. Change eraser.
Awaiting assignment.
Edit eraser. Upgrade. I want to let me go to the upgrade. Oh, I'm in the regulated, that's why. I'm in the regulated menu because it like took me there. Okay. Let's just go to the edit eraser section. This is where you can look at everyone easily, pretty easily. Such as this Jasmine, who I recently unlocked. I'll level her soon. Gontu. Yeah, I want to upgrade Gontu. And I need to know what to upgrade. So I can press gut upgrade part. Drinks, gloves, ice cream cone. The ice cream cone is the one that I'm sort of eyeing, like, how am I going to get that? Tier 46 of what? Is that the collection tier? Because that's an insanely high tier to get just for snow cones. You can also, like, it might appear in the shop off and on. So there's that. Tier 46. Oh, the season pass, and you have to own the season pass to get these. So that's actually not very many either. Like, holy cow. You get 2? You get 2. That is some, that's rough, I gotta say. This is why I'm not, like, you know, if I loved Aladdin, I would get the season pass. But I'm not, like, huge on Aladdin. Maybe I will be. Maybe I'll watch it again and I'll be like, damn, no. It's been a long time. Okay, so limited events. I'm not worrying about these yet. Because, like, this one requires I have
Where should we go? I want to
an
see
Aladdin
it all.
racer that's, like, leveled
I wonder
pretty
what new
high.
places we'll see.
Because it's a time trial. It's for multiplayer coins. They're pretty, you know, or whatever. You get them. They're good. So let's do this event, I guess. And what can I get here? Stuff. Holy cow. Well, I guess we'll do it. They want me to win 3 races as a Jungle Book character.
I'm always
Thankfully,
happy to
I'm
go on an
all.
adventure. Nothing scares
I'm
me.
on board with that.
I'm here to help.
I'm good with it.
Daring. I
Blue
must be bold.
is. I almost have blue to 5 stars. As you can see, I'm 2 shards away, which is great. In fact, if I want to see where I can get some shards, I can go to Unlock Pack, Mega Unlock Pack, Universal Box. I have Universal Box tokens, so I guess I can go there now. As I said earlier, the first thing you do when you log into this game, before the stream crash anyways, first thing you do is you go to your daily box and you open it. This is always, you get good stuff in that, and it's free and it's daily. Avoid spending the S tokens at all costs. You probably won't have any. So unless you love Aladdin, then I kind of, that's, you know, I think it's okay to open. In multiplayer box, it was pretty easy to get this resource if you race a lot online. Universal box will use coins. I recommend saving your coins for this shop, this area. And I honestly don't think you should get any upgrade parts that are the generic ones, because I think they're going to be pretty easy to get. They seem pretty easy to get so far. Maybe it's because all my characters are high level, though. So that might be why they're easy to get. Checkers, this is a Toy Story upgrade item. Only buy upgrade parts if you're like looking at a character that you want to upgrade and being like, okay, I'm literally out of that or need more of it, you know? I think a wise thing to do in this game is to pick like 2 characters you're really into and try and save all your coins for those characters' items in the shop, and preferably their shards, such as like Mulan. If you're really like Mulan, try and save up just for shards, even though she'll have crew members you can buy into. Like, the crew matters, but the shards are pretty important. You need 30 shards to get to level 2, and you basically can't enjoy a racer properly until they're level 2. So, in my opinion, unless you're just, again, unless you're a super casual gamer, which, you know, I congratulate that, because I probably, you know, I probably play this game too much. I should play it more casually. So yeah, I have a bunch of tokens though. I have 21 tokens. I'm gonna use them now, because why not? Usually this would cost 10,000 coins though. I think it's kind of steep when the store pays out a lot better. And for stuff you really want. I'm gonna watch this animation once. Look at him race, look at him go. Goofy. But that's not all. Goofy, Celia May, and CDA agents. Those are all items that I can appreciate. because I like Randall, and Randall uses the CDA agents. Goofy and Celia are both solid racers. So let's do it again. Stuff. Wow, we did it. Got the stuff. That's the cute little car. The RC car. Beast shards? Okay. Cool. Bunch of kind of unnecessary animations in these loot boxes. Sure. I'll take those. The shards are just stats. They're just for upgrading your racer stats, and you can only equip anywhere from 1 to 4 shards depending on what level your racer is. I'm hoping I get blue shards, because I'm 2 shards away from a 5-star blue. That's what I'm hoping for, and I got 14 more tokens, including this one. Okay, King Louis is a shard, crew shard for blue. Blue is tough to get anything for. It's steep. It's a steep hill to climb, that one. 13 left. This music loop is destroying my brain. It's always good to see shards in there. And like, you might notice, like, I'm only getting like 1 or 2 shards of anything here. And that's so weak for 10,000 coins in my opinion. I know that overall, if you're trying to collect everything in this game, and you're just like, you want everything at any cost, then I guess it technically pays, it technically is better than the shop, but that's a very, I think there's like maybe 1% of the player base that are going to be whaling. This is basically like for whales, is what this box is for, in my opinion. The shop is for everyone else. But if you have universal tokens, you may as well use them. They're free use tokens. And I've got 9 more. So that's, you know, it's keeping us busy for a minute here. Jumba. Jumba's cool. He has this piece that he whips out and just shoots someone with it. That's his ability. Phil is upgraded. Look at him go. Phil grows up so fast. I'm really interested in Hades. I don't have Hades yet. Nobody has Hades. I can race this Hades in a private match, though. So 7 more. Got a broom or something? I really am not like knowledgeable about Disney stuff. Which means I don't know. I'm not gonna watch every Disney movie. It's just not gonna happen. But there's some I want to see. I think the next one I'm gonna see is Lilo and Stitch. I've heard it's sad, but in, you know, really cool, positive way. I hope this is blue. My collection level just went up, which means that I just upgraded something. Oh yeah, I was 1 shard away for Belle, so I got Belle upgraded a level. And Shere Khan which is a very good thing to have for blue. The handling stat is brutal for some racers. 2 stars, okay. 2 stars is good. A lot of people like in the race this game. They like Belle. They think she's very powerful. I think she's. I see her at the top of leaderboards, so guess that's true. Beast, but I chose Beast as far as like between the two. To goof it up. Smitty and Needleman, I think, is for Mike Wazowski. I think that's last token. And as I'm going to point something out here, you can see at the bottom right it says open 3 times and it says 1 token. And at the top, my screen, it says that I have 1 left. So I'm going to use it. And get Angel's cool to have shards for. So yeah, now it says not enough resources. Okay, so they did change this then. So now, so they actually, the one thing I was just chastising them, this game about, apparently they changed it so that it's not so easy to accidentally spend your resources. Because it's not letting me now. It's saying, hey, that free token resource, it's depleted. You have to back out before you can go back in, and now it costs 10,000 coin. So actually, I'm glad they did that. That was something that they needed to do, and I'm glad they did it. So I didn't know that till now. I imagine that might be true for the Aladdin season box as well. When you get tokens, it may do that. So that's actually really nice. I won't have to like be hyper aware of what I'm doing whenever I open some of these boxes now, because I don't have to worry as much. Yeah, that's probably the best. It's like one of the best things in this update, which is sad in a way. In some ways, it's tempting to want to spend coin on these, but I've been getting them so quickly. And I've got plenty of the other resources. So where am I? What am I doing? I have to win 3 races as the Jungle Book character.
I'm just playing it cool.
Hello, Jess. Thanks for hanging out. I'm doing a lot of explaining tonight because I think I'll upload this to YouTube. It's sort of like a really drawn out guide to the game. For those of you who want to get into it and want a stupidly thorough breakdown of everything. I love the fog races. This is actually something that we didn't see very much in the past 3 seasons, but now it seems like every daily event has these fog races, and I love it. The fog races are so much fun. And I know these races really well, but with the fog, it does change, like, it changes my lines because there's different versions of the same track. So, like, that kind of makes me not always know what's around the corner when they throw in some fog. Yeah, it's fun. If you're doing these events and you're seeing just like one racer ahead of you, there's a decent chance that like when you get to the end of the race, they'll just slow down for you. There is some rubber banding happening, is what it's called in this game, where they'll like make they do it to make the race more engaging if you're like over leveled, where they'll make them race better until the very end. that might not always be the case. So. I don't know why that said 8th. Am I lapping? Am I lapping the characters? I don't think so. Oh, I am.
How about a little snack, huh?
How am I lapping the characters on a 2-lap race?
Out of sight. All right.
Cool. I get to do that 2 more times. Except it won't be the same race each time, I don't think. My explanations are great. Thank you, Jess. I think it's weird because like there's certain things I feel like pointing out to certain players, and then certain things I want to point out to other players. You know, there's just a lot of different ways to play a game these days.
Places, everyone, get ready.
I'll never give up.
You just blink and I'm gone, man. Solid gone.
Although I guess the people looking for like,
See ya.
yeah, I don't know. I stand by what I said. I guess it's kind of the fun. I enjoy that too. There's games where that's a great thing, as in like when it comes to watching a player play it. Like one thing I've learned from watching Elden Ring playthroughs is that the game is really great at showing that you can design a game to be discovered in like there's like every player will play that game differently until they run into a guide that tells them which weapon is a good weapon to go with, which, spoiler alert, any weapon in Elden Ring is good to go with. But you know, anyways, if you don't count the players that run to a guide, every Elden Ring playthrough just has its own like order of discovery, and like some people
Easy.
like
Oh man.
there's
this
things
is
that like
really
basic
lit.
game mechanics might be overlooked for a lot of the playthrough, and to me that's a good thing, like with Elden Ring specifically, because it sort of like lets you play the game the way you discovered to play it, you know. And whenever I watch new players playing Elden Ring, I always see a different game because of that, which is cool. Okay, so
I may like to
I need to
read
manual
life,
boost more
but
often.
that don't mean
I need to get
can't
9
be
manual
fast.
boosts. I'll explain what that is.
I'm
It's a
just
pretty
playing
important
it
mechanic.
cool.
It's fun when it's not on rails and with lots of options like that. Yeah,
This is where the real
Elden Ring is very much it's an open world game,
Just blink
literally
and
and
I'm
figuratively.
gone, man. Solid gone.
You know, although there are some things that I think it's
Bingo.
nice to have pointed out for the player that maybe aren't in that game, but that's okay. You know, again, the praise I just gave it couldn't be given with too much hand holding,
Oh yeah. Time to get
or
lit.
not even hand holding, you know, because again, it's about discovery to me, and it's not so much that the player needs their hand held, but that, you know, when you discover that thing that makes the game easier, you get to discover it, you know, and that it gets to be a reward that happens as organically as like a real life moment, you know, real life reward, like, you know, completing a goal that has taken some time in your life, and maybe you didn't know exactly when you would accomplish it, you know. For some people it's like paying off their credit cards, you know, like
Delicious.
you have this moment where it's like, wow, like I did the thing, I don't have to worry about it, and I can maybe even be proud, or, you know, hopefully something a little more exciting than paying off credit card debt. You know, like maybe you have a goal to make a t-shirt design that's popular, and you finally make one that people like, and you're like, oh man, that's like, I can feel good about that, you know, and that's cool. that's something. I guess that's something Elden Ring emulates
A little snack.
pretty organically. Whereas a game like Disney Speedstorm, it's sort of just here to take your money, and it's lighthearted, and I appreciate that about it.
Oh man, this is really living.